Merhaba sevgili oyun severler. En son e, elfleri kurtarmıştık lanetten. Ve onların anlaşmalara uymasını sağladık. Şimdi de cücelere doğru gidelim. Tabii önce bir kampa uğrayalım. Üstümüze başımıza bakalım. Kıyafete uygun olanları giydirelim. Sonra devam edelim.
Enchantment? Oh,
I was just thinking about what happened to the elves, and I'm reminded of a song sung to me many years ago. It was when my mother died, and this wise elven woman comforted me and told me that we shouldn't fear death or hate it. Death is just another beginning. One day, we must all shed our earthly bodies to allow our spirits to fly free. It's a beautiful sentiment, I think. One that brings peace and hope to the grieving.
Gerçekten güzel bir şarkı.
Do you remember our discussion? I just wanted to tell you that I thought about what you told me, and you were right. Despite what Marjolaine says, I am not like her. I know that now. I have found peace in knowing the Maker, and nothing will change that. I followed you to make the world a better place, and as long as I keep that in mind, I will not fall. Sometimes, it takes another to show us the truths we hide from ourselves. I'm glad I left Lothering in your company. You have proven a true friend, and I thank the Maker for you. Yes? Something you need? Yes? What's on your mind?
Alistra'da mı şarkı söylettirecekti?
Something on your mind?
I've a question, if I may. I would have asked earlier, but I wanted to wait until you seemed ready to speak, which you do. Well, here's the thing. I swore an oath to serve you, yes? And I understand the quest you're on, and this is all very fine and well. My question pertains to what you intend to do with me once this business is over with, as a point of curiosity. Could I? And what if I didn't wish to leave? Indeed. I might even be glad to call myself such, come to think of it. It is good to know what my options might be, but that is for another time. For now, we have much to do, yes?
Arayı iyi tutmak lazım kampta gidip konuşarak.
Yes. I am hardly surprised. Very well. Speak, then. Then I suggest we move on. As you...
Yes? If you must. Yes? We're in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any. Ah, such a romantic, I see.
Yes.
Indeed, yes.
Hayret, yolumuzu kesmediler haritada. Sanırım burada kesiyorlar.
Most traders aren't allowed into Orzammar, so they just sort of gather near the doors. There's no laws up here at all, I'm told.
Yes? Oh? What was this about? I worried this might happen. I hoped it wouldn't be you who came for me. I have no choice. Forgive me, Warden, but I cannot go back with you.
Askerden kaçıp bizde savaşmaktan korkmuyor ya.
How am I supposed to live with no crafts to sell? I'll be ruined.
So, what did your uncle? Did you hear? Androste's ashes have been found.
Here in Ferelden too.
I didn't get into this business to sit on my goods.
You must be vastly relieved.
What can I do for you? This ought to be interesting. Such diction. This man is a true scholar and rhetorician. I am honored to be fired by one such as he. Good day.
Oh, you wish to talk to me? Truly, it's a courtesy for one so well-armed to notice a lowly merchant. Someone has to. Trade with other races can dry up. We surfacers are Orzammar's lifeline, even if we're denied a caste. The Assembly says we've turned our back on the stone, but they still use the goods we bring. Hypocrites. Maybe it'll change by the time my children are grown. Twice a year, I'm confined to a trade stall in the Commons, but I see enough. It's very closed in. My grandfather says I've lost my stone sense. I was born topside. I don't remember having it. Best of luck to you.
Can I interest you in something? I've got the finest selection of previously owned armor and weaponry this side of Val Royeaux. Why pay through the nose for new equipment when you can buy like new for much, much less? Oh, here and there. Look, that's really not important. The important thing is, it's cheap. And just as good as what you'd find at a smithy. Oh, of course. And remember, everything's covered by Farron's 24-hour lifetime guarantee.
Sitene veririz bunu ya. Kunaylı kılıcını. Kendi armor setimi bozmak istemiyorum. Ne kadar biraz önceki aldığım bu bayağı iyi olsa da.
King Loghain will not suffer the...
Vieta, this land is held in trust for the sovereign dwarven kings. I cannot allow entry at this time.
King Loghain demands the allegiance of the Desher, or lords, or whatever you call them in your assembly. I am his appointed messenger.
I don't care if you're the king's wiper. Orzammar will have none but its own until our throne is settled.
Who doesn't? If I don't get in, no one should.
Orzammar has no king. Endrin Idukan returned to the stone not 3 weeks ago, sick over the loss of his sons. The Assembly has gone through a dozen votes without agreeing on a successor. If it is not settled soon, we risk a civil war.
The Wardens killed King Cailan and nearly doomed Ferelden. They're sworn enemies of King Loghain.
Well, that is the Royal Seal. That means only the Assembly is authorized to address it. Grey Warden, you may pass.
You're letting in a traitor?
Woohoo! Kapak.
In the name of King Loghain, I demand that you execute this stain on the honor of Ferelden. You'll hear of this. King Loghain will see you quartered.
You are free to enter Orzammar, Grey Warden. Though I don't know what help you will find.
Trust. Follow, Warden. Your arrival is a mixed blessing.
Those statues
prefer that outsiders not witness our infighting.
Show some pity for a poor old man.
Yes.
Now
Show some pity for a poor old man.
Going.
Mother, I don't want to be like her.
Don't say that. Get back to the fort. I want to see more details. Yes.
So what's the deal with you and him anyway? Dare I ask?
And I'm off.
Him who? Is this supposed to mean something to me?
You know exactly who I'm talking about. Mister, let's make kissy faces.
It is the Assembly who makes a king, and a king who nominates his successor. None of it is carried in the blood.
Or, as now, when someone tries using the Assembly to pull a coup. Who's to say what my father said in his final hours, when the usurper Harrowmont was the only one by his side?
I'll have you thrown in prison.
You've bitten off more than you can chew!
Handlers, separate these dashers in the Diamond Quarter. I will not have Balin incite a riot.
Not speak that way about the man who should be king!
I won't have fighting in the... especially in front of outsiders.
Evet arkadaşlar, bir videonun daha sonuna geldim. Başka videoda görüşmek üzere, hoşçakalın.